DP has got structures.
Yes.
There are people who don't even know they are branch chairman.
Like Edith.
Huh?
Like Edith Byanyima.
Edith Byanyima
says has failed to find the party leaders in her district.
Then who do you blame?
That's
On the 29th December, let me talk about Edith Byanyima.
Yes.
She's my friend.
Yes.
Even her father, her late father, Boniface Byanyima, wrote a good article in the Citizen newspaper in 1995 when my father died. Those are the DP families. That is why when she came here with Lulume as the person in charge of elections and the event, I gave Winnie the microphone to address the people who were here. On 29th, no, in the last week of December, she called me and invited me to Mbarara to talk about DP. On 29th,
yes,
I was there in Ruti. She made us a very good meal. We later went with her to their hotel in town, the former Heka guest house. We talked about DP. In that meeting, we were with the Vice President, Western Uganda,
Makumbi.
We were with the regional representative of Ankole, Andra Tuhaire. We were with the chairman of DP Mbarara, Jabil. When I came to live in Lubaga in 1989, it was towards the former parliament. It was towards NRC elections. I went to the late Anthony Sokoyama. I asked him, who is the DP candidate in Lubaga South? In Lubaga.
It was Damiano.
He told me Damiano. I became a part of his campaign team, representing Najja 1. As you go to Entebbe, Najja Nankumbi on the left is Najja 1.
Yeah.
Najja 2 is on the right.
The right, yes.
Until he stopped politics, I was part of his campaign team. So, my sister Edith Byanyima should look for the leaders. They are there.
She shouldn't come to ask for them from...
She will see them in Ruti. Ruti is, like you would say, the office, the delegates conference is in Najja Nankumbi. You live in Najja Nankumbi. It is in Ruti. A few meters from the father's home.
Did you hear about the Ruti spirit?
It is me. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.
After that meeting, I thought I should form, I like communication. I formed a WhatsApp group. I first of all called it Ruti Group.
Yes.
Then I changed it Ruti Spirit. Because it was on the 29th December 2024 that Winnie came back to DP
Edith.
activities. Edith. Edith, from 2021, she was not fully involved in DP issues. I have photos here, I'll send them to you.
Okay.
When we handed over the DP membership card to her on the 29th December 2024. I was with Oweekitiibwa Christine Mugerwa Kasule.
The Deputy Secretary.
I was with Mr. Kasirye Zimula. I was with other people, Imam Makumbi and the rest. So, I don't blame her, but probably she has a little bit forgotten what takes place. A lot of water has flown under the bridge. But I thank her. I'm not one of those who will say that she left DP. She has never left, but she became dormant from 2021 until 2024. And I welcomed her back. I have photos.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW Project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW Project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your area areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW project's services.
The GROW project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
Okay. The root spirit you were telling us about the root.
I changed the name of that group to Root Spirit.
Yes.
And I put on all the people who were in that meeting, plus those who were invited and were not able to come. That is the Root Spirit.
Is it still living on up to today?
The Root Spirit is that spirit, because it is me who coined the words. The Root Spirit is that spirit of bringing back, strengthening DP. Yeah?
Yes.
That we did on 29th December in Ruti. It is similar to what you would call. It is similar to what you would call regreening, which is headed by Zimula. Regreening is making, now like your shirt, it is yellowish or something, even this one. Put in more green that it looks like this. So members are encouraged to find ways and means of strengthening the party. And she's mobilizing some members. Yeah.
Which is not
that is the Ruti spirit.
Okay.
Because we sat in Ruti, the home. Oh, interestingly, our delegates conference is also in Ruti. That is the spirit. We are renewing leadership. It is me, and I'm the sole administrator.
Kenny, have you tried to interest her to take up a position in the party?
On that night, after our meeting and so on, we went to their hotel.
Yes.
It is also below Ntare School.
Yes.
I asked her, you seem to be neck material. Why don't you go neck? She told me, I'm not a politician. I'm an activist. That's what she told me. And I'm sure she cannot say she didn't tell me that.
But it would be good to her. Why do you think she's neck material? Why would you think so?
When we were here and she was introducing her candidate, Rurume, she said she joined the DP in 1980. I told you I joined in 1980. There was Herbert Rutagwera, our national organizing, 1980. Deo Njoki, 1980. So, Feva Nanyini, that is why she never went to another party.
Okay.
So that experience, that knowledge, that wisdom, let her put a smile on her father's face wherever he is. May God rest his soul in peace. And build the party. The party belongs to Winnie, to Edith. The party belongs to me. The party belongs to Dale and others. But we don't use that to say those who have just joined are lesser mortals than ourselves. We are all equal.
Yes, sir. But would she qualify even for a naked position now that she's just rejoined in December last year?
Now, you need to refer to the DP Constitution. Remember, she never left DP.
Yes. It was just
But
not
the
active.
other thing of saying you must be 3 years, 4 years, and so on, Tichikola. Yes.
But that
it is good she updates herself Kubiri Wokati so that she can be a better person. I believe she can improve. Everybody can improve.
Yeah. This constitution of DP, sir, isn't it time that this document gets revised a bit? It seems to be an old document.
A constitution is a living document.
Exactly.
It can be amended. There are amendments that started in Imbali. They were not effective. They were proposed again in Katomi. They were not. Then they were amended in
Gulu.
Finally in Gulu. The organ that is responsible for amending the constitution is the National Delegates Conference.
Okay.
For example, in Gulu, we used to have these Kampala areas. They used to be Lubaga, Machindi, Nakawa, Kawempe,
and the Central
and
Division.
And the Kampala Central as divisions.
Yeah.
with Kampala district. Now each of the 5
is a district.
In Igulu, the other amendment is now the management committee, which is the subcommittee of NEC, is part of that. You get? So, it is always amended. What do you do? Bring your amendment, follow the rules. You don't wake up one day and you say, I'm amending. No.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW project's services.
The GROW project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
Mr. Mutenyo, there was this law that was enacted this week by Parliament, especially about political parties, impacting on the funding, the relationship of iPod. What do you think about what happened?
Okay, thank you very much. I started with, because there were 2 laws brought at the same time. The UPDF Act.
Yes.
We received an invitation from a letter signed by Clerk to Parliament inviting the Democratic Party to come and give its views on the UPDF Amendment Bill. The letter was dated 13th May. We received it on 14th May at 10:58 a.m. But they wanted us at midday. That means they gave us only 1 hour. We wrote back and said, because of the short notice, we are in a campaign period. Please, can you give us another day? They ignored our request. They went ahead. But what I want to say, not everything in the UPDF Amendment Act is bad. They are good things. If they want to improve on medical, they want to improve on pension, things are not bad. However, there are funny things like they want to establish a disciplinary court, a disciplinary committee, tribunal. Yet the Supreme Court said that it was a disciplinary, so they want to establish what they already are. So that is all I can say about that. On the political parties amendment bill, call it the iPod bill. In the past, we've had inter-party organization on dialogue, iPod, for only political parties with representation in Parliament.
Yes.
Then in the Constitution, we have the National Consultative Council, NCC. It is composed of all political parties. Now, the idea to fund political parties by the taxpayer was created in iPod. That is why parties get money. Now, this new law is saying we have 2 types of political parties.
Yes.
Because I think we have about 27, 28. There are those with representation in Parliament. They are in iPod. There are those without representation in Parliament, like ANT and
CP.
others. CP. Now, the law is saying these ones and these ones must be part of the National Consultative Council to promote dialogue, cooperation, and so on. The other one that is seemingly exciting people is they are saying if you don't believe in this and you do not take part, you don't do what? You don't get funding. I support it.
Okay.
Why would you want your girlfriend to visit you every weekend, but when she says I want to go to the salon, toyagala kumanya, I want money to do this. So why should you benefit from the plans of iPod but you don't want to take part in iPod activities. So I support it fully as a person, and I hope my party does it also, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because I was here last week when there was a press conference. So it is okay.
It is okay.
The Bazungu say you cannot have your cake and eat it at the same time. George Bush said you are either with us or with them. You cannot say ebya iPod sibyagala, but the benefits of iPod you hurriedly share. So say you don't want, don't want.
Now, Mr. Mutenyo, thank you very much. You've been in this politics for many years, as you've said.
Yes.
People have paid the price over the years.
Yes.
Would you personally say you've paid any price for the struggle for a better governed Uganda?
When I was a very young kid, my father was arrested and taken to Ruzira together with Ben Chwanuka and other DP leaders.
Okay.
So I never lived with my father.
For about
Crime,
10 years.
politics. That was Obote one. When I finished my S4, I was denied a position in S5 because of politics. My headmaster was UPC and the councillor in Mbale Municipal Council. My father was mayor and chairman of DP. The headmaster told us the place that he didn't see my name. And yet I had been in that school for 4 years. Okay? He didn't see my name.
This is Obote
The deputy headmaster is the one who called me and said, where did you put your second choice? I said, Cololeses. He said, you remember the political struggles you had here? This man will not give you a place. And as he was still talking to me, somebody came who had performed poorly. In 5 minutes, he got out with admission. I came with my late mother. We boarded a bus, came to Kampala. That's how I came to Kampala. In 1994-95, I was working with Schweppes. My boss suspended me because of my involvement in DP politics. I remember he asked me, why didn't I like NRM? I cannot talk ill about him now because he's dead.
Don't you think he was right?
So, no.
For you to bring politics at work.
I never brought any politics at work. I never brought any politics at work. Okay. Whether I was right or wrong, he suspended me.
You paid the price.
That's how I left. I went and applied in Coca-Cola and joined Coca-Cola, where I worked for 21 years. And most of you saw me because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, you did very well.
My father, in 84, was again arrested, beaten. That same weekend, the father of our president is contesting for vice president Eastern Uganda, Deo Njoki Hasuli, was arrested in Busia. The father of Fox Odoi was arrested that same weekend, and other DP leaders. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Honorable Father Fox Odoi's father never got out alive. There was father Njoki, never got out alive. We were lucky that my mother ran to Kampala. We went to Semogerere, who called Muanga. We went to Muanga's office. He said, Kankobe Simon Dabova Mutenyo akyali mulamu. You are Naseka, I'm a young boy seated there. You are lucky your father is still alive. He ordered for his release. Dipi ne bwe yamutwala ejjamano okumujjanjaba, bwe yakomawo n'agenda ng'asebengerera bw'atyo, n'afa. Naye n'aba UPC twaba omuzindaalo okwogera ku lumbe.
DP obudde obwo yalina obusobozi obutwala abantu ejjamani okujjanjabibwa.
Nakati ebulina. So,
okay.
I have paid the ultimate price.
Yes.
I don't have a father.
Yeah.
I lost a job. I lost admission to my secondary school.
Yeah.
I have been beaten when we were struggling for the return of multi-parties under UID. Beaten.
Were you with Mwanga Chivumbi and that group?
All those were part of our executive. I have told you the president was Joseph Ruzige. Rosna Mayanja was vice president. There was vice president Jeremy Opendi. Mabike was the secretary general. Rumu was there.
Leander Komakechi
was deputy speaker. When we sacked Luzige, that's when Leandro Komakechi became president. I've been around. And we have paid the price. But today, everybody is saying, I wish everybody listened to Chiwanuka. Today, everybody is saying Semogere was a good man. The right-thinking members of society will know that DP have been consistent. And today, we are saying, we have two extreme positions. We have people who are saying, Muzeye agende, we are removing a dictator, and so on. Very extreme. Tebafaya vakatia. There are others who are saying, Muzeye tova kumain. You are our candidate 2021 beyond. What DP is saying is we need a third force to take away Dala so that President Museveni can use that ladder, calm down. Then any other person, Norbert Mao, Patrick Amuriat, Lukwago, Bobby Wine, Ayagala, because they said Dalerio, to get back. We want to put a stop. You said you are from Masaka.
Yes, sir.
When you are president of Uganda, people of Masaka should not suffer when you leave. When I'm president and I leave, people of Mbale should not suffer. In 66, when Obote and Amin attacked Lubiri, Baganda were killed. In 71, when Obote was overthrown, Acholi and Langis were killed. In 79, when Idi Amin was overthrown, the Western Nile population all escaped to Congo and Sudan. We want to put a stop to that. That is why point number one of our cooperation agreement with NRM is peaceful presidential transition. The second point is electoral and constitutional reforms. The third point is because to Sowaganye, we need dialogue. The fourth one is reconciliation to Sonyuwagane. Today, the Mpuga group is talking about reforms. FDC is talking about reforms. Even NUP is talking about reforms. So we have led, like we are leading the way in renewing our leadership, we have led the way because the Democratic Party puts Uganda first.
This cooperation agreement, sir, don't you have regrets about it?
I, as
a
person,
Democrat,
I do not have. Because if you hate the two words cooperation agreement, I've told you what is it.
Yes.
It is peaceful presidential
good
transition.
things.
Is there anybody atagala?
None.
Nze bankubaka masasi. Obote 85 ngabawamba Obote. And I ran to Kenya.
The Rutwazi.
I don't know whether it was Rutwazi, but those who were overthrowing Obote.
Yes.
The second one is electoral and constitutional reform. Who does not want to change the rules? Do you want to participate in elections? Ngamateka mabi? Ani atagala kwogerezeganya. Every Sunday and other days and Fridays we go to church and mosque.
Yes.
And we pray, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive. Jesus, when he was leaving, he said, love each other like I have loved you.
Yes.
So what is wrong with the cooperation agreement?
The lack of good faith.
On whose part?
From your partner, your cooperation partner.
So why don't you blame NRM? Why do you blame DP? Ben Chiwanuka negotiated with Idi Amin
in good faith.
Government. Paul Semogere and John Sebana Chizito worked with this government.
Yes.
Without any written document.
And
you had Paul Semogere's gentleman's agreement. So why is it that when Mao, who is the 6th president, does what his predecessors did, then Chibi?
No, people are saying he should have learned from the experience of PK.
That is why ours is written and the others were not written. So we can stand up and say, NRM or President Museveni, you don't fulfill what you promised. The signature is here.
Yes, even when it's written.
You will give me your point. Have you ever read it?
Yes.
You have it?
Don't ask me to.
No. I
do. I have a copy somewhere, sir.
I have
read
that
document.
I can send you a copy.
You're fine.
Not the one Lumu, Lulume, Sebamala,
the working
the
working document.
But the genuine one. Now, tell me, today, what is government? Parliament, cabinet, judiciary.
Yes.
Our members of parliament are in government. They draw the salary from the same place. Norbert Mao's office is not at Chadondo Road, Plot 10. It is on Parliamentary Avenue.
Yes.
As DP, we have a share in Uganda. Namwe mulina share mu Uganda. This Uganda does not belong to NRM. It belongs to you and me. Are
you proud that your president has been able to use that platform to amplify the concerns of the people?
Do you see these people complaining?
Which people, sir?
These people who complain and talk ill of the corporation.
Yes, yes.
You go to Norbert Mao's office. They are always there, seeking help of this and that. Now, if you don't know how to use your past president, Ngaye Minister of Justice,
they say he doesn't pick calls. He turned his back on them.
The point is this. I always go to his office. I have never, in the last 2 years, I have never made an appointment with him. But the secretary, his secretary, has never told him, Kenneth Mutenyo wants to see you. And he says, I will not see him because every Tuesday he's here. He talks to everybody. We leave this place at midnight.